Hey Bebop Crew, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite characters in FGO and in just anime period. And that is Jeanne the Arc Alter from Fate Grand Order in her pretty much bathing suit version, which is very cool because I don't think this is out in FGO as far as like the dress, but I'm happy to finally get it. So we're going to be doing an unboxing of her today. So, the Jeanne Alter dress festival portrait version, was able to find a name on the actual figure itself. Very easy to put together. Like, pretty much you snap it onto the base and that's it. The only other thing is the hair, separate part, just have to snap that on and that's it. I can see why that's done because this is a slightly heavier piece. As you can saw, like on mine, there was a slight, looks like, I don't want to say scratch, but like some paint transfer that came off prior during manufacturing. It's fine. I will say this, if you have something like that, like a damaged figure, Amiyami is very cool about this. You can literally take a picture of the figure, send it into them like, hey, this figure is damaged, can I get a replacement? And it could be anything from paint transfer or damaged part, and they will probably reset it on their site as pre-owned because you actually did buy it, you opened it, send it back to them. They'll send you a replacement one. I haven't done that before with Amiyami because I've been very lucky. Most of my figures have come in pretty much pristine condition, like there haven't been any damages or anything. I've only think I've ever damaged 2 figures. Yeah, like only 2 figures. One from a scratch and one because actually, I'm trying to think. And the actual, funny enough, it was another Fate Grand Order figure, which I recorded that one, but I'll talk about that another day. But the Jeanne figure is gorgeous. It is beautiful. I love the paint is actually really good. I can tell the shading with the black ones. I actually do like the transparency that's in this black dress. That goes pretty much from this, what would we call it? I don't know. Pretty much this skirt that she has on here. It's a very nice transparent black, as opposed to her matte black that's on her bikini. It goes to this transparent one for a throw. And it's really just nice because it's just a good different texture and everything. So they did a really good job. I like the small mild gold detail they have for her dress. You probably saw me like when I was assembling it. There's this little pendant thing here for her dress that's kind of flaring up. That'll probably go down with time. I didn't want to really push it down because I didn't want to accidentally snap it or anything, because it is around her neck and that'll make it a lot harder for me to put it back on. But overall, the figure is gorgeous. They do a really good job with Jeanne Alter's hair. Actually, with pretty much all fake granddaughter hair and everything, with Jeanne hair and with just that hair in general. They are very good with this, because I love the intricacies of her braids, because she has, what, 2 different sets of braids here. So she has 2 on the left side, 2 on the right side, and they just flow down very well. I love how they detail this with those larger pigtails, because it just flows very nicely, because Jeanne Alter has insane hair in almost all her figures. You'll probably see, like in the opening, I have the Alter version of Jeanne with the short hair for Ascension 1, her third Ascension hair for, I want to say it's Leone for that one, where her hair is very flowing. I have her dress version, her Shinjuku dress. Jeanne Alter's hair is gorgeous. So the fact that they can flow it very nicely in this figure is beautiful. They do have slight paint with her nails. So like it's a very mild paint, which I guess kind of is good for her. You would think she would have black fingernail paint, but I do like they went with a lighter version because I think it blends better with her. The only thing is it does look more like skin toned, which that probably could have been done a little better, but I think it's supposed to be like a mild gold. So I can kind of excuse that one. Looking at it more like, yeah, it's like a mild gold rather than anything else. So kind of more resembling the accents of her bikini. So it was good. So they did a really good job with paint and everything. Like I don't see any real paint transfer, any real bleeding. So they did a really good job with this figure. There's not too much manufacturer faults here, because like her hair is actually very, very flowy. I don't see anything, even like a seam I usually see like on the top of most figures' hair. This one's very subtle. Like you can probably tell whatever part to be, but because of how her hair flows, like right, left, and everything, it just flows more naturally. So there's not that very present seam in her hair. So I do like that. The thing I think they probably could have hit a little bit more on, probably the hands. The hands are probably the worst culprit, because in her left hand, I can see like where it's kind of balled up and like doing this small kind of fist thing. They kind of could have hollowed that out a little more to make it a lot more present as like an actual uniform figure. So that's probably the only glaring thing I could probably see with this one. They have the finger details very nicely, but yeah, that hole for her hand could probably be opened up and just filed down. That's the only thing, that's probably the only fault with it. But that's not something you always look at for most figures. It's very cool. I do like this figure. It's very cool. I didn't know that. Her little her bracelet on her right hand actually moves. So that's a nice touch. I thought it was like glued to her, but no, it's actually glued. It's actually just very flowy on her wrist. That's very cool. Although it does worry me, because if you move it probably will have some paint transfer, so I won't mess with that very much. But overall, this is a beautiful figure. It really does kind of cap off my Jeanne Alter figures, because this is one I really wanted to add to it when I saw it for pre-order. But if you can't notice, like Jeanne and Jeanne Alter are my favorite characters in Fate Granddaughter. Like they are my waifu characters. I can't choose between Vanilla Jeanne and Jeanne Alter. Like choosing between them is not possible for me, because I love both of the characters. I love the fact they're not copies of each other and they're not separate. Like it's not like it's not like Jeanne d'Arc became corrupted. No, this is a completely different version of Jeanne created from a Holy Grail. So it's beautiful. I do love this character. I do love this figure. And I am so happy to kind of put her with my other Alter figures because now I have my 3 Jeanne vanilla figures. I have my 3 Jeanne altar figures kind of all together. So I'm like, perfect. Because initially I was going to have the Berserker Jeanne de altar in there, but I didn't like how that one looked. But this one's perfect. I love her face. I love the eyes. I love the shading. I love the sculpt of this one, and I love the dress. This is pretty much why I wanted it, because of the dress itself, and they pretty much nailed Jeanne's figure. So it's just an elegant, beautiful figure. So overall, if I had to grade this one based off of paint, I would give it overall I would say a 9 out of 10, only because I have a small scratch that happened with my hair. Sculpt, 8 out of 10. Actually, I'll go 9 out of 10, maybe because, again, that little hole that they could have did for the fingers. Overall, because of the character, figure is gorgeous. It's not my best Jeanne altar figure, but it is, again, it's just a very gorgeous one. So I cannot fault this figure, and I love that it's added to my collection. I don't think it's going to be my last Jeanne altar figure. If they keep making the character, I'll probably still keep getting them. But it is probably going to be one of my favorite ones, because favorite character. So guys, I want to thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Later, crew.